Conceive, believe, achieve.
This is former UFC middleweight champion of the world, Michael Bisping.
Paddy the Baddy here. You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
And you're watching Combat Sports UK.
And still, Levi, Young Money Batchelor, how does it feel to have that strap still wrapped over your shoulder?
Feels amazing. I really put a lot of time and effort into this training camp. Obviously went away at the start of the year to Thailand. Been consistent with my training. Pretty much going back-to-back camps for this fight. So my fitness was still there. Always looking for the best opponents. Another undefeated opponent, international once again. Yeah, really happy that I tested myself against another solid opponent, and you know I can't look back on this record and say, you know, I've racked up all these wins, but I fought people to have earned it. So
I mean, were you expecting to get him out of there tonight, because he's a tough opponent coming in?
I definitely expected to get him out of there, and to be honest, maybe a little bit easier. He had sort of an opposite style to what I thought he was gonna bring to the table, to be honest. I watched a couple of his fights. He's real hard guy to find footage on, but he fought a couple of weeks ago. He was real striking heavy, looking for that sort of clinch position against the cage, which he came out in that first round. He was solid, he was strong, but I knew I had the composure to just defend. I made a few sloppy mistakes, obviously ended up on my back. Tried a few submissions, you know, buggy choke would have been nice, but didn't put it off. Obviously took the knee when I was grounded, which I was fine, no issues at all there. So yeah, I just came away, took my breath back, you know, at the end of that first round, come out still solid and got the submission win.
And now what's next for you then? Because we got Four Nations back here in Ebbw Sports Centre next month.
Yeah.
And then what's the rest of your 2023 look like?
So yeah, it's about 4.5 weeks until the Four Nations tournament back here in Ebbw. I will be competing on that. You know, fingers crossed I get to the final or win that tournament. That boosts me another 3 fights into my amateur career. I'm 8-1 now. So, you know, I could potentially within a month or two time be 11-1. And then we got to see where we go from there. I'm not sure if people have seen the news yet. Cage Warriors is being rebranded, so that'll be interesting for my career and the rest of the year, and see how that goes. But yeah, I'm just going to go away, prepare, and keep preparing for the Four Nations, and then see what happens from there.
I mean, you just said you're 8-1 now, and you've got a few fights coming up at Four Nations. Do you be looking to maybe going pro in the new year?
Potentially. Yeah, potentially. Like, I'm beating these people that, you know, they're no mugs. They're traveling abroad. They're leaving everything on the line. They're coming here with great records. I've beat all the international competition that has been put in front of me so far. And I'd like to test myself further. Maybe I'll go away and compete in foreign territory. That's definitely something that I'd love to do. But for now, obviously, Four Nations is next in my side.
And now you look here tonight, you got a wave of fans out in the crowd cheering your name, and then even on social media, you got likes of Darren Till, all the block asset guys
That's it.
rooting for you.
Yeah.
Just how inspiring and motivating is it to see your name being cheered like that and this whole army behind you?
Mate, it's so inspiring, and it just brings me on 10 times more to just want to do well. Like, shout out to the block asset community. Like, you know, they're absolutely quality. You know, a lot of the guys I've met, but a lot of guys I haven't met, and they're literally worldwide. And I've got people back home probably like 3, 4, 5 a.m. in the morning streaming on FightWorld.tv, watching me, you know, just some random 21-year-old from Pontypool, like, you know, and it's mad. And this is just the start of what I could be, so, you know, keep watching.
And finally, is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight?
Just shout out to all my sponsors. Obviously we've got Empire, Tatami, Mondor. There's a lot of different guys on the back here. Obviously I mentioned Block Asset. You know, we'll talk another time, but yeah, just shout out to everybody. Batch Plant, my dad especially, and my mum, real big help in obviously my camps and everything. So yeah, big shout out to everybody who's supporting me.
Well, there we have it. Levi, Young Money Batchelor, and still congratulations.
Thank you very much, boys.